Okay. Rest in peace, Spirit Airlines, man. Rest in peace to Spirit Airlines, bro. Um, oh man. Oh man. Rest in peace to Spirit Airlines. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see if the soundtrack there. We needed a more sad song for that. Anyways, so what's going on with Spirit Airlines? It's official. Spirit Airlines is shutting down. This is devastating. All flights have been canceled, and customer service is no longer available, according to their statement. I just can't believe this is awful. I'm sick. This is huge for Broward County. Pray for the employees. So I think the biggest hit when it comes to Spirit Airlines is just the fact that, like, I think over 17,000 people had lost their jobs, right? Now, some people are talking about the deal that JetBlue offered, and I do recall this deal last year. I don't know if it was last year, but at some point, they were offering to buy Spirit Airlines for about $3.8 billion, JetBlue. And, you know, from records, and I can't 100% confirm this, but, you know, all of the shareholders, the flight attendants, the people inside of the union, everybody voted yes for the purchase of Spirit Airlines, because Spirit Airlines has been losing money for a long time. And they had denied that. Okay. So I think that would have saved Spirit Airlines, would have saved a lot of people's jobs. But now Spirit Airlines goes cold turkey off of everything. It's gone. And a lot of the conversation that's been being had in the general travel space is now that there's no more Spirit Airlines, a lot of the Pookies and the Ray Rays and things like that are not going to be able to travel to Colombia and all these other places that they travel to on Spirit Airlines. Now, for me, I've took Spirit a couple times. I'm not a Spirit bandit. I think I take whatever airline I think is going to give me a good flight. My personal favorites is JetBlue and Delta. And sometimes Avianca, right? But now that Spirit is basically gone, we could probably anticipate that the price of flights might start going up, because a lot of those cheap flights Spirit did offer, now they can't offer, even though Spirit, in my opinion, wasn't that cheap, right? Because if you're traveling with luggage, you still have to, you have to pay an additional cost for everything. So now Spirit is gone. I don't know how this is going to strongly impact flights much. You're probably going to feel an extra $50 or $100 in your total flight price. Let's get a couple more details on Spirit real quick. Let's get a couple more details. So CNN breaks down the story as well. And we could pull this up. Okay. Let me see if we can pull the story up real quick. All right. Okay. So I'm hoping that you guys can see the screen, and let's read through this real quick. Make sure that you guys hit the like button on your way in. So Spirit Airlines, pioneering low-cost airline that revolutionized economy, travel industry, will cease operations. Okay. The company is in its second bankruptcy and was already in serious financial difficulties long before the war with Iran, and sent jet fuel prices soaring. The eighth largest U.S. airline reached an agreement with Trump administration on a last-minute rescue package, but a key group of creditors rejected the proposal. Spirit is the first major U.S. airline in 25 years to go bankrupt due to financial problems. Its disappearance has stranded millions of passengers. Spirit canceled all flights, suspended its customer service, and instructed passengers not to come to the airport. Customers with Spirit tickets will receive a refund and have been instructed to book their travel with other airlines. We are proud of the impact our low-cost model has had on the industry over the past 34 years and look forward to continuing to serve our passengers for many years to come, Spirit said in a statement. We deeply regret to announce that on May 2nd, 2026, Spirit Airlines initiated the orderly cessation of operations. effective immediately. This decision will put 17,000 Spirit employees out of work. The elimination of airline flights will also likely result in higher fares across the U.S. airline industry. I do believe that. I do believe that now that you have lost a competitor, that a lot of people are going to start, well, a lot of airlines are going to start raising their prices. But this also makes me wonder how many other airlines are suffering financially, right? And now travel, which, you know, everyone was like, yo, enjoy your time and travel now, because if you don't travel right now, you don't know if you're going to be able to travel in the future. And I used to always think that was a load of baloney. But now it's starting to almost look like holy shit, right? What if travel becomes a thing of the past, right? Where it's like, okay, we're not able to travel as much as we could because a lot of other airlines are either going to go broke or they're going to just start raising their prices to try to sustain how much do you want to travel. I think people are traveling more than ever to other countries and visiting places places that we wouldn't have even thought about going 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. Everyone is now going to them now. So I think that's pretty interesting, man. So travelers who book their flights through a travel agency says they should contact the agency directly to request a refund, Spirit said. Customers who book flights using any other methods such as coupons, credit cards, or free Spirit points may be left without a refund. Companies that fail often stop accepting rewards and coupons and vouchers after they cease operations. Spirit indicated that the possible refunds of these payment methods would be determined during the company's bankruptcy process. Ooh, that's tough. So passengers who are in the middle of a trip must now look for a seat on another airline that could be costly. Last-minute tickets are the most expensive in the industry, and Spirit has stated it will not reimburse customers for incidental purchases arising from canceled trips. Now, my only thing with Spirit Airlines doing this is, was there any forewarning to any of the people like, hey, you might not be able to take, like you might have booked a round trip, and in the middle of your trip, you might not be able to come back. That's you know what I'm saying? Like you might have to look for somewhere else. I think they should have let people know. To just kind of do this randomly and kind of, like everyone's getting like taken aback, like there was no like mental preparation for this shit, to me kind of seems extremely selfish and like a money grab. Like, yeah, we're gonna grab your money, right? For you guys that's on your one-way trips, and we're just gonna cancel it and give you back your refund. But they could take forever to get people back their refund. It's gonna be millions of people that got to get their refund back. So I think that's really, really crazy, because now you got to hit up your Airbnb, and then like what happens if your Airbnb does not want to reimburse you? They go, hey, you don't have enough money to just book another flight. So I think that's very unfortunate. I do. It says JetBlue just announced that they're on the verge of going bankrupt. Yeah, that's tough. Does this mean cheaper prices going down since Passport Bro Airlines went out of business? Spirit Airlines was like a magic carpet for Passport Bros over the years. Said bum traveling is over. Said if we could save on the chicas, and that will offset the higher flight prices. Problem solved. I think a lot more people use Spirit Airlines than just people that go to go and find women. I think a lot of people are traveling. Says I guarantee the CEO will still get to walk away with his golden parachute, while the hardworking employees are all out of jobs without benefits or severance. Rest in peace to Spirit Airlines, man. Rest in peace to Spirit Airlines. I kind of want to break down the math and try to figure out like what's like the mathematical equation as it pertains to Spirit Airlines. So Spirit Airlines closed down today. I want to know the math summarized on how much money they've been losing and for how long. Okay. Let's bring this up real quick. Let's break down the math real quick when it comes to Spirit Airlines. See how much money they've been losing. Okay. So I have a key figure already, 2.5 billion lost since 2020, but let me get more granular numbers on the yearly losses to give you the math properly. I have everything I need. Let me lay it out for you. So Spirit was last profitable in 2019 when it earned $335 million. Every year since then has been a loss. Okay, 2020, they took a loss of 429 billion. That was the COVID hit. 2021, they took a loss of 473 million. 2022, they took a loss of 554 million. Worst pre-pandemic recovery year. Fuel costs spiked. 2023, roughly 450 million. Full year after JetBlue merger blocked. So I guess they were supposed to have a JetBlue merger, but it was blocked. But I think it was blocked by the CEO. I'm not 100% sure. 2024, they took a loss of 1.2 billion. So every year they've been losing more and more and more and more money. That's crazy, right? They lost 1.2 billion, more than double 2023's losses. That's a huge loss. 2024, 2025, right? So Medellin, a place like Medellin, saw record high tourism last year in 2025, but 2025 was actually their ticket killer. They lost 2.76 billion. So from 2023 to 2025, they've been taking a loss of more than double every year just to operate, to get you passport bros across international lines to come and get some Colombiana coochie. So unfortunately, the passport bros, you know, I saw some bullshit ass posts like passport bros are gonna come together and put their money together to buy out Spirit Airlines. Who the fuck do you guys think you are? Who do you guys think you are? You're gonna come together and try to purchase Spirit Airlines and get them out of billions of dollars of debt. Y'all are hilarious to me. I really find this shit to be hilarious. There is no amount of GDP you think that you pour into these countries you visit that you're going to be able to save Spirit Airlines. It's a wrap. Okay, it is a complete wrap. They lost too much money. Says by the time of its first bankruptcy filing in November 2024, Spirit had lost more than 2.5 billion since the start of 2020. And 2025 alone basically matched that entire prior 5-year run, a net loss of 2.76 billion for the full year of 2025 compared to 1.22 billion in 2024. Now, the total damages is roughly about 5.9 billion in losses across 6 straight unprofitable years, 2020 to 2025. The trajectory is what killed them. Losses weren't just persistent, they were accelerating. 2025's losses was bigger than 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023 combined. Okay, so I don't know if the passport bros, travel bros, people that like to travel are traveling as much as y'all think and they're taking Spirit as much as y'all think. I don't necessarily think Spirit would have been out of business right now. They've been taking huge losses. Okay, huge losses. Big loss. A few things piled on the end. 2 bankruptcies in under a year. Chapter 11 in November 2024 and again in 2025. A block JetBlue merger that would have been their lifeline. Pratt & Whitney engine defects grounded dozens of their A320 Neos. Legacy carriers, Delta and United American, started selling basic economy fares that undercut Spirit's value prop. Final blow, soaring jet fuel costs sparked by the outbreak of war with Iran, plus bondholders rejecting Trump administration bailout that would have given the government up to 90% stake for $500 million. So the short version, 5.9 billion loss over 6 years, with the bleeding accelerating each year, and a fuel shock from Iran war was the final push when no rescue deal could be agreed on. Now the question is, do you guys think another airline, right, might be at risk of going bankrupt? That is now the question that we need to ask. Is it only going to be Spirit Airlines, or are other airlines going to be losing money, and is travel going to get so expensive, right? With this war inside of Iran, is travel going to get so expensive, maybe it damn near disappears for a couple years? Being able to hop on a cheap flight every month or every other month to go to your favorite country and see your favorite baddie might be a thing of the past, chat. It might be a thing of the past. So what do y'all think? All right. What do y'all think? That's tough.